Talk about some changes in our weather after a couple of warm days. Yeah, we're going to call it that because highs reached the 80s the last couple of days. We tied a record on Tuesday with that high of 82. We saw a repeat of that high yesterday up to 82 degrees, but today is going to be much cooler, a 10-degree temperature difference, and it's all thanks to that cold front I've been telling you about. It didn't bring any rain or snow, but it certainly is ushering in some cooler air, and it also brought those stronger winds yesterday, and we're going to continue to feel some of them, especially this morning here in the valley and through the day in other parts of our state. So today, 72 for a high, then tomorrow's temperature goes a little bit lower, down to 70 degrees before we start to warm up a little bit for the weekend. So as you get ready to step outside, it's actually a pretty mild start in Phoenix. Our temperature is just at 64 degrees. We still have some cloud cover out there. Some localized breezes will also keep those temperatures a little bit higher this morning. So we're at 64 now, which is close to where we were at this time yesterday, but I do think we'll dip down into the 50s here for a little bit this morning. So just know that maybe a sweater as you step outside is probably going to be more comfortable. 56 degrees our temperature at Lake Havasu. It's 37 in Prescott, only at that freezing mark in Heber, so it's colder there. And Flagstaff, you're down into the 20s this morning. Across the valley, even though Phoenix is holding on to those mid-60s, we are down into the 50s in spots like Mesa. Gilbert checking in at 53. It is a little bit milder in Queen Creek. Again, winds having to do with some of this and the fact that we still have plenty of cloud cover out there. That's why you're seeing that variety in temperatures. The clouds will stick around early this morning, though, and then they're going to clear out through the day, and we'll end up with mostly sunny skies here by this afternoon. Here's how temperatures shape up. Again, I do think we'll dip down into the 50s for a little bit in Phoenix. Then we start to climb, but it's going to be a much slower warm-up than what we have felt the last couple days, which means we won't see the 70s until closer to 1 o'clock, and then our high today peaks at 72 degrees. Remember, the last few days we were seeing the 70s at about 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning, so it is going to be later that we work our way into those 70s today. 72 for high in Tempe, 71 in Peoria, and we'll only reach the upper 60s in Cave Creek and Anthem and also Wickenburg. Across Arizona, 42 for high today in Flagstaff, so cooler across the high country too. 56 in Payson, we'll make it to 51 in Prescott, and highs will reach the mid to upper 60s from Bullhead City over to Lake Havasu. No 80s on the map today like we've seen the last couple days. Now let's talk winds, because again, you'll notice some breezes in spots like Sedona and Window Rock, but the strongest winds are up in Bullhead City, where sustained winds that are about 25 miles an hour. This happens when we get northerly winds that essentially squeeze through the river and funnel down the river and increase in speed. And today, that area is going to be back to windy with gusts as high as about 40 miles an hour. So if you look closely, Bullhead City, areas like Lake Havasu under a lake wind advisory today because of those strong winds. Here in the valley, our winds 5 to 15 miles an hour this morning, and then lightening up rather through the day as that cold front pushes further away. 72 for a high today, then we get a little cooler tomorrow, but look at this weekend, man. And really that 7-day forecast looking pretty good. Highs in the low to mid 70s each day. Now, unfortunately, at this point, no rain chances through that 7-day forecast.